What it is, Tobies, Ryan Anthony. Uh, just got done. I was supposed to be doing a video on something totally different, but ended up seeing this interview Brian Custer had with Keyshawn Davis, so I had to get this out because I'm very intrigued. Uh, so Keyshawn Davis kind of hitting on his next fight that he's trying to get. I don't think it's signed, sealed, and delivered, but he's trying to get a fighter out the top five in the WBO rankings. And I went in on did my own research, and sometimes the internet be tricky, but I suspect this is on point. So the top five in the WBO rankings is Vasily Lomachenko, Shakur Stevenson, Isak Pitbull Cruz. You got Angel Ferreira and Denis Berinchyk. So I went down the list where Vasily Lomachenko is off limits. I think him, first off, he's due for a fight in like 2 weeks. So that's not going. And I think win or lose, I don't think he wants nothing to do with Keyshawn. I don't believe he will want nothing to do with Keyshawn. So I checked him off the list. The reason why I was intrigued because he really didn't give. He said he'd give a hint he in the top five in the WBO ranking, but he never put a name on it. So, hey, but so I know it wasn't Vasily Lomachenko. Shakur Stevenson, he already said on there and several times. This is documented that he would never fight Shakur Stevenson. That's like that's his brother. Hence he hinted on trying to get down to 132, but that's neither here nor there. But so I knew it was Shakur Stevenson. So it leaves the three. Denis Berinchyk, which is a Ukrainian fighter. I think he like 7-0. He like a Vasily Lomachenko with a little bit more power. You know what I'm saying? Like he just like the Ukrainian fighters. They all the same. They very slick. Like to move. Stick to the fundamentals. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Like to move a lot. Not really blessed with a lot of power. He got a little bit more power than I think with Vasily Lomachenko, but he still only got like 9, 10 knockouts, something. So he you know what I'm saying? Like he really not that big of a deal, but it's a good fight. That's why I wanted to talk about it. It's a good fight because I watched a little something on him. Not did a lot of homework. I just did a little homework. Saw a couple highlights and he look good. He look good. It's a nice formidable opponent for Keyshawn. That's why I like Keyshawn as a talent. And that's the only thing about Top Rank. They do good matchups, but they kind of hold a leash on certain fighters for too long. I feel like sometimes you gotta drop them in deep water and see how they swim. You know what I'm saying? You can't really hold a leash on them for too long, and then put them, and then they finally get to the mountaintop, and then they figure out they couldn't handle it. You know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta throw them in there with a little bit of elite talent. You know what I'm saying? You gotta throw them. You can't keep throwing them in there with C fighters who you think, well, yeah, he got a chance. He a little different look, but he still should have a chance to beat him. No, throw him in there with somebody who you may like. He may not come up out of this one. You know what I'm saying? You gotta. It's after a while. Once they show you they talent, man, you gotta take the leash off a little bit. That's my only thing about Top Rank, man. They very great matchmakers, but after a while, it's like once they blowing through your step ups, once they blowing through them, it's like all right, it's like okay, let's get them in a top 10 at least. You know what I'm saying? Give them a top 10 fighter. But anyways, that's what I feel like on Keyshawn. I really want to see what Keyshawn has, man, because he's a nice talent, man. I want to see what he got. That's why I was so intrigued. I really don't do I'm glad he didn't drop a name. I'm glad he didn't drop a name because I really don't do future fights. I really don't talk about future fights because it's a future fight. It's up in the air. You don't know if you gonna get it or you don't know if you ain't. So, but anyways, so I looked at Dennis Berinchik. That would be a fire fight. It'll be a nice test for him. And then I looked at Angel Ferreira. I feel like Angel Ferreira, I could tell he's a power puncher. He's a pressure fighter without a jab, and I think I'm glad he's in he you can tell he got power. He like I want to say he like man, I want to say like 16-2 or 17-2 with 16 knockouts or something like that, man. Like you could tell he packs a hard punch, but he reckless with it. He just a pressure fighter. I think Keyshawn will blow through him, but it would be a nice opponent for him because you can see what he does with a person who don't care about your punching power, who just coming in and he trying to deliver his shot. So and he packs a nice punch. You can see that he packs a nice punch. So I would love to see him and Angel Ferreira, even though I feel like Keyshawn Davis is levels above. Eastside Pitbull Cruz is the third one. He turned down Shakur, man. I don't think he want no dealings with that type of style. I feel like he don't want no dealings with that type of style. He just want Gervonta because he felt like he had him, but I don't know why. You gotta be just going for the payday because the man Tank literally beat you with one hand. You know what I'm saying? Like you only got close because he only had one hand to deal with. Like I don't think he broke his left hand. He just tweaked it, and he ain't really wanna bomb with it no more. He ain't really wanna lay down the hammer with it no more. So he just kind of like touched him. When you could see it, like he just kind of touched him with it here and there, but really he was beating him with the right hand the whole time. So it's like you really want that fight, but you don't want a Shakur. I don't think you want no Keyshawn. You know what I'm saying? You don't really want to deal with this. So it just leaves me and people can stop suspecting that him and Frank gonna fight. Frank, I think he was at the Williams Zepeda fight this past weekend for a reason. I think he wants to fight with Williams Zepeda, which another thing is Williams Zepeda was not impressive. It's a reason why he ducked Shakur. But his team. I was finna do another video about that. Like his team really set up there and lied. Like they ain't, basically in so many words, like they ain't ducking no smoke. They want to fight whoever, but they want to fight for a belt. Well, it's other people that won't smoke with y'all. Y'all at the top on every sanctioning body. They right there, except for I think the WBO. He like 6 or 7. You know what I'm saying? But every other sanctioning body, he like 4 or 5 or something like that. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? But Frank Martin right on the cusp too. So I think it was a reason why he was there. He want to holler at Williams Zepeda. Hopefully that fight go on. So you tell Frank really ain't looking at Keyshawn. So that's that. But that's what I suspect. It might be. I don't see Pitbull Cruz answering the call. I can see Dennis Berinchik probably answering that call. I can see Angel Ferreira answering that call, which is I just wanted to make this video because them are two formidable opponents that will be for Keyshawn. That'll be a nice test, and I'll be happy for Keyshawn if they did that for him. That's all that's all. I'm trying to do a little detective work. That's about it. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Anthony, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. Check out my shorts if you into working out. If you view for 15 seconds, you get all the way through. I appreciate it. To all my subscribers, it's all love. I'm up.